Hello everybody, this is R0933. This video is going to be a little bit longer because I want to tell you guys about what's been going on. So at the moment it looks like nothing else will come of this, of my whole me getting banned thing. It looks like things are going well. I will probably not get banned again at this moment. So with the news of me, having to, completely reset all my game progress for a basic point, I decided I would go back to something that I have done before. And that's right, guys. The series I'll be doing until my account gets unbanned the most will be Battlefield Hardline Weapon Reviews, Season 2. So, what gun are we going over today? Well, we technically have two. One I'll have to search up the stats separately in a moment, but don't worry about that. So the first gun we'll be going over today is the one you see me equipped right now. This is the operator starting weapon, and this is the R0933. So I don't know if Battlefield is if Synthic was just fucked up or something like that, but they kind of fucked up all the stats on the R0933. So the R0933 fires at a rate of fire of like 800, 850. The thing in here says 800, but it definitely fires faster than that. And also the damage stats are messed up for it. So the R0933 will deal 20 damage, or it's like 21, 24, something like that. It's a 5-shot kill in close range. Well, technically it's a 4-shot kill in like up to 5 meters, but yeah. It does like 26 damage, but its damage drop off from its max damage to its minimum damage is extremely low because it is a carbine weapon. I'm going to now go over the weapon in real life and talk about it. So the R0933, better known in real life as the M4 SWAT version, is an American-made weapon based off the AR-15. In this version of the game, it seems to be even though this weapon fires 5.56, it has also been known to fire 9mm in a 9mm conversion, although that conversion is not available in-game. Although it is in other games, but still. And that seems to be the damage model they're going with too, is 9mm, but whatever. The weapon has seen extensive use in the military, in police forces, and other forces around the world. The main reason for this being the fact that it is an accurate, reliable assault rifle that is very modular and can be transformed into many different variants on the fly, as well as the bigger fact being that the M4 is a compact, quite accurate, very easy to produce weapon. So let's go into the R0933 stats, since I've gotten out of the caveats and all that, and yeah, let's get into it. So the R0933 does a max damage of 26 from what I've been able to test. This damage goes out to about 6 or 7 meters when it starts dropping off. At around 6 or 7 meters, the gun will proceed to drop off to a 5-shot kill, which will finally then decrease once more all the way down to a 6-shot kill rapidly. Past I think it's like 30 meters, something like that. No, it's more like 40. Not even. It's actually even shorter than that. It's like 20 meters. So your max damage range is like 6 meters. Your minimum damage range is 20 meters. Now, why is that an issue? Well, the gun's minimum damage is like 16 or something like that, or 17, meaning that it is, on average, even though in this game it says it's a 4 to 6 shot, is a 4 to 7 shot generally, from what I've been able to test. If not, it could be slightly different. Like I said, in-game testing does not always mean the best, especially when I don't have access to the code and these people are only using PC stats. Sorry about that. The rate of fire is at 800 RPM, or 850 RPM. Like I said, it's somewhere in between there. The muzzle velocity is 650 meters per second. The bullet drop is standard for all weapons. The magazine size is 31. This weapon cannot equip an extended mags, by the way. And its reload times are 2.38 when there's ammo left, and there's 2.72 seconds when there's no ammo left. The recoil is a 0.4 up, a 0.2 left, and a 0.25 right, meaning that this weapon will mostly kick up and to the right. Notes being that the vertical recoil is high even for an assault rifle, and that there seems to be a jiggle kind of effect with the sights, as you'll see in this gameplay, where the gun seems to like almost jiggle a little bit within the scopes. Though mainly this weapon is quite controllable out to medium distances. Its first shot multiplier is 2, meaning that you will be taking 2 times extra recoil every first shot. And your ADS spread is 1, and it also has different spreads while moving. So, as for anything else, I guess it's time to go into the attachments and my preferred loadout with this gun. So, my first thing I'm going to say is, once you get a better gun, don't use it. Straight up. This gun is probably one of the worst guns in the game. Though, I will say this, it's not worst in the game as a gun in general, it's worst in the game as an assault rifle / carbine. All the other carbines either do more damage or have at least one niche that's better. Even what I consider to be the worst assault rifle in the game, the L85A2, still has a niche because it has an extremely long damage range for some reason, which means that it actually can outcompete some assault rifles at some ranges. This thing has no redeeming factors other than a high rate of fire, somewhat fast reload speed, and the ability that it starts off with attachments for you since it's free from the operator class. If you wish to run it though, I have 3 setups for you based on the game modes. And for note, the game modes right now I am playing is like a semi-hardcore playlist, so all guns will deal bonus damage, so there is more, so the gun is performing better than expected, generally. The weapon can be kitted to 3 different setups, and also there is a variant of this weapon called the R0933 BLK, which is a slightly better integrally suppressed version that also has different iron sights than the main version. That version is effectively the same, except it has less range and muzzle velocity. And as for the other things, that's about it. There's not many other differences for the gun. So both of them are effectively the same gun in this category. So, what are my 3 loadouts? Well, I have one loadout specifically built for hardcore, one loadout built to make you as basically it goes with the only strengths of this, although the BLK is better for the second loadout. And then the last loadout will be the standard assault rifle carbine jack of all trades setup, because those setups are often the best and will probably get you the best results in a pub match. So let's go over the hardcore set first. This will be using the fact that it is a fairly low recoil gun, like it's a medium recoil gun, but it also has an extremely fast fire rate, so you can still spray with it. And due to the fact that it's a carbine, it actually has slightly better hipfire accuracy than the other assault rifles. But let's get into that. So the low consists of any high magnification scope and or thermal scope you wish. You'll be running the heavy barrel, an angled or folding foregrip, and for your laser you can do whatever you want. I have seen people run other things, and I forgot to mention this because I said earlier, even though I'm not true, I didn't confirm before I made this again whether it can have extended mags or not. I believe it does have extended mags, so just disregard that information from earlier. But this set basically is meant to use the semi-auto version of the weapon, which you can see me use sometimes here fairly effectively. Though obviously other guns can do it better, it's just something I have found success with it, especially in high damage servers. The second step will be the stealth loadout, which will be the, I guess, like flanking loadout. This step will be ergo grip and or stubby grip with a suppressor, any red dot or close range optic of your choice, and for the other attachment, if extended mags, always use extended mags. If not, don't. And the last one I think is probably the best overall. This is the I guess jack of all trades set. So this set requires you to run any red dot, the heavy barrel attachment, and the either the stubby grip or the angle grip. Now, good thing out of all this that I can say is that this weapon is fairly versatile in what you can use it for, since it doesn't really do great in any category. It kind of does below average in every category. As for my rating for this gun, in summary, this weapon is a weapon with very few redeeming features other than its higher than average fire rate for the weapon class. The weapon is overall fairly incompetent outside of hardcore modes where it can use its high fire rate to its advantage. And overall, as a starting weapon, it is fairly good because it teaches you recoil control and a few other things, but otherwise it is a completely useless weapon that should be replaced with any weapon as soon as you get the chance. As for the star rating, out of 5 stars, I will give this weapon a 2 out of 5 stars. The weapon is still usable, so I will not rate it a 1 or even like a 0.5. But overall, this weapon really, if they just gave it like a massive range buff, this weapon would be actually quite fun. But no, the weapon right now in its current state is absolutely useless, at least in competitively. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed me coming back to this stream though, and to this whole thing. Once again though, this is Des12530, signing off.